Hi everyone, it's me, Sho, and today I am, I am sharing kind of an old piece. It took me a really long time to edit it because I wanted it at first to be a pretty small video. But considering the fact that I have like 3 days of footage on this, the smallest I could get it to be was 22 minutes, a little more I think. Mainly because if I tried to get it smaller, the quality would go so downhill. Like I've tried and it was just blocks. So when you speed up a video, usually you still want the person to see what you're doing. Well, if you speed it up too much, they can't see that at all. It just starts appearing in blocks. And this is what was going on. So for this piece, I had in mind two things. First of all, I saw an ad on Instagram with like cinnamon roll special edition for the new year. And I was like, you know what? What if I just showed people my OCs? Because I have like a whole story involving the children of like some of the characters in My Hero Academia. And when I tell you I have a whole story, I mean that I've been writing this since like it came out, like since 2014 I'm on this and I never stopped. So of course my characters have really evolved and there's more and more of them. But like the people I try to represent here are kind of like the main characters. So it's like the 3 childhood best friends and 3 other characters that I consider to be really important for the plot, and also kind of like they all have like an arc and development. They're kind of like the most interesting ones, I think, from an outsider point of view. So I'm not going to tell you much about them, to be honest, because I'm still working on the story and on like the different way to present them. If you really want to know more about them, you can always go on my Instagram. I sometimes post up about these people. And by sometimes, I mean that it took me like, I think, just keep in mind it was a lot of months between 2 of like representations. And it's just 2 characters that I presented so far. So I'm thinking of doing more, obviously. But anyway, I'm not going to tell you much because I kind of want you to check out my Instagram, to be honest. So I had this idea in mind. And also I really wanted to kind of like show my characters and really do a big piece with them, because I have never done a really big piece. Most of my art is like, most of the art that I'm showing and I do digital just shows like 1, maybe 2 characters. So it was fun for once to show more people, like a lot more. I'm kind of slowly realizing that no matter what I do, the footage is no matter what, going to be excessively long and kind of low quality in the same sense I tried to explain it at the beginning. It's a really long video. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if most of you don't stick till the end. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I don't know if I would just want to listen to me for 24 minutes, 22 minutes, I don't know. I mean, it's just a really long video with me talking about my OCs and actually not saying much about them, honestly. I'm mainly talking to keep you interested. Nah, I'm joking. So, I had to redo and rethink the colors and the poses a lot. I really wanted to show all of these characters precisely because I just think of them as kind of like the fashion forward kind of people still in the group. I like having my characters wear cool outfits. Well, in this case, the outfits are they're kind of meh, to be honest. I don't like them much, honestly. That's why I had so many attempts at finding the right colors. I don't know, I just couldn't settle with one color for the clothing. And of course, you know me, I had to shade everything with all my different shadings and different colors, and I had to shade the hair, and shading hair with me is... Honestly, if you have patience, it's good. If you love drawing hair, it's good. But if you are the type of person who don't want to waste too much of their times or their time, I'm sorry. It's really late. If you're the kind of person who don't want to waste your time, just don't do what I do. Just don't. I mean, I like it. It's fun. It's one of my favorite parts. But it takes up so much time. I wouldn't recommend, but I would. Like, I would if you want to have fun and if you think it's fun. But if you don't, then just don't do it. By the way, I'm kind of also using this video, especially the length of this video, to kind of tell you more about my future projects. So I'm currently working on a few different videos. Just so you know, there are 2 tutorials coming up. One for, well, the hair and one for drawing hands. So that's on its way, but I'm still working on some of it because there's a little surprise in it that I want to include. I'm working on 2... Wait, no. I think it's 3 different reviews. Yes, it's 3 different reviews. And one discovering the artist. Well, one of them is discovering a new artist. And I can't wait to put it out, but I also want to include some surprises in it, so I have to kind of work on that. I am working on a diorama. If you don't know what a diorama is, basically just think of like a room in your house, but made tiny and for dolls. Like, my diorama is in a 1/6 scale, so yeah. I'm working on a video about that, but I don't know if I will put it out or not because it's mostly pictures. I don't have a camera. The only camera I have is like my phone, and I don't think anyone wants to see something filmed with a phone on YouTube. Like most people who film with their phone on YouTube are the people who have like iPhones, Samsung, and I'm here with a weird ass phone, so you definitely don't want to see this. But yeah, I'm still thinking of doing a video about that. But to be honest, it's really slow. Like the process is so slow, I swear to God. I was working on making another video with my sketchbook because I bought a new sketchbook and I wanna so I do this thing with my sketchbooks. Well, I decided to do this thing where I kind of prepare them, and I wanted to show how I would prepare my sketchbook. But like I said, I still don't have a camera nor a tripod, by the way. If I want to film something, I basically just need my boyfriend to be here because he does have a camera. Oh yeah, one of the reviews that I'm working on is a review of 2 of Onilim's projects. So basically plushes, but I need my friend Ree to come to do it with me because they have a plushie from Honeylam and I wanted them to be with me to talk about it. And I also need my boyfriend, and since it's exam season and there's the bachelor and stuff, and I'm basically dying, to be honest. I mean, I don't have any exams because there's also a whole other situation going on in my life that is taking so much time. So just think of what I'm doing as me thinking and stressing about things constantly, and sometimes I do stuff. To be completely fair with you, when I put out a Speedpaint, it's kind of one of my easy videos. It's one of my let me buy myself some time videos. I like posting very regularly. I like posting every Thursday at 9, I think it's a.m? p.m? I don't know. In the morning, basically. Because I like this idea of once you start doing something and now you're kind of forced to continue, and I want to have that because I know that otherwise I'll forget. It's inevitable with me. I always forget stuff, no matter what, honestly. Just tell me something and I'll forget it and we're all good. So yeah, there's not much really for me to say more. Oh wait, no, actually there is. So I am working on this diorama because I am working on a little theory. Well, I'm still working on it, which means I'm still working on the story, because it's supposed to be kind of small episodes. It's not gonna be in the spirit of a real series. It's more of a story and tutorials, So that's also kind of taking some of my time. I'm working on a lot of things. You can probably tell because I like doing many things, so I never really stop. I just have ideas and I follow them, and then I found myself not having finished anything. So That's great. Like, I have 2 books on my desk since, like, one of them has been here for like a year, and I still haven't started it because of how many things I do. It's kind of crazy. Wait, what did I want to say? Oh yeah, that's right. So I'm also working on a video about a person on Facebook and in the doll community, specifically the custom dolls community. Let's just say I'm working on it. I don't make any promises because it would be my first time actually making, one of those, like, not tea spilling, more like this is kind of a not great person, which is really sad because I actually discovered the situation because I was like, oh, I wonder how my favorite creator is doing. And then I come on their fucking Facebook and I'm like, oh, so they're being terrible. So that was great. Not at all really sad. Not at all very, like, honestly, I fell on this and I was like, what? I kind of stumbled on that situation and I was like, what's going on? So I asked a few people and I'm trying to get all the informations and everything, but the thing is, like, when it's in the doll community and it's like a rather small creator, like, it's not a small creator, it's more like not well known in most of the world. Like, they're really known in Thailand, but not in the rest of the world. So I had to speak with a Japanese person who directed me to their, like, friend, also a source, I guess. And they also gave me names from the, like, client list of that person. So I'm kind of looking through the names and I can't really tell if those people are, like, on Facebook, if it's the name of the doll or stuff, because some of the names are, like, really, kind of manga, anime inspired names. So I'm like, because if I look on Facebook for fucking Ciel, I'm like, there's so many people, how am I supposed to find who that is? So, like, most of the clients I can hardly contact because I don't know them or I don't know exactly who is who. So anyway, I'm just trying to gather up a lot more things about this person, but it's really hard. And also, it's kind of like my first time. I feel like a detective though, so that's really cool. I feel like one of those people, in games where you have to, like, find clues about someone and you have to look everywhere and see who they are and discover what's going on, and then you uncover the mystery and everything. I feel like that, but a lot less cooler. And I am not a man who's, like, really tall with a gun and a daddy personality. I call it a daddy personality because these men in video games always have, like, a daughter or a son, more likely a daughter that they take care of, and they're like a kind of like their dad basically, and they give off this very fatherly figure energy. I'm really sorry about my voice right now. It's really late and my brain is buzzing. Wait, that's a weird sentence. Yeah, no, my brain hasn't been working at all. Like, if you ask me to do a basic addition, I'm just gonna look at you and be like, you want me to do what? I just don't know. Like, honestly, I don't really know what to say most of the time in this kind of videos. Because here, there's really nothing much going on, you know? Like, for my last long speed paint, I was like, oh yeah, I listened to that. That's what inspired me. And here, I'm kind of just like, yeah, so I saw an ad and thought Yurei the Ox, and then I came with that. So that's great. I'm sorry, but that's kind of like the most boring explanation you can give. Also, they kind of, I don't know why, but I feel like they don't give me much of like the it's the year of the ox vibe, you know? I think I kind of just went there and then got lost. Honestly, I should have done more research about this, because the more I think of it, the more I think, like, I know that the Chinese zodiac signs have like assigned colors and themes and stuff, and I honestly would have liked to have a brain to make research on that, but I didn't. So that's on me. By the way, the like pink-haired girl, this is how I'm gonna call her, because if I gave you her name, you're just not going to know who I'm talking about. So pink-haired girl has the same skirt as me. I don't have her little chain thing though. So also, I use this piece as a way to see how I would draw and like do textures. I'm so sorry. Textures on a drawing, because I usually forget that like clothing has like a texture, and then I just draw people and in clothing that are like so bland and just, you know, I'm trying to like not have this effect where they're like in just a 2D world, but like have some dimension to their clothing. That's where I'm trying to go. Clumsily, like it's very clumsy in my drawing, but I mean, I tried, and this is my first attempt, so yeah, I tried. I never said it worked, but it's an attempt. It's better than nothing. My head has been hurting so much these days, I swear. It's horrible. Also, my nose is constantly runny. And if you don't know what hell feels like, just the combo I'm having here is probably the closest you'll ever get without having to actually go to hell or survive something very traumatic. I don't really have much more to say. There is no other new project coming to my mind that I would like to speak to you about. Well, no, talk to you about. So I'm just gonna leave you there. And hopefully you'll enjoy your last minutes of freedom of my voice. Honestly, I would. If I was you, I would enjoy those minutes. Like, keep them, use them. I don't know. Or maybe just don't watch this video at all. I mean, I would love you to watch this, but on the other hand, I would be kind of an hypocrite if I said that I would listen to myself for 25 minutes. Like, who does that? Not even my mom does that. No one does that. Anyways, goodbye. This is the end. I am telling you goodbye. Have a nice day. Hopefully you won't see me anymore on your For You page. Wait, no. We're on YouTube. There's no For You page. Yeah, anyway, just have fun, please. And drink water. And be okay. Just exist. No, I don't know. Anyway, goodbye.